Alright.
My power went out.
Fingers north of the Boeing missile strikes launched by Iran. The two sides trading more attacks overnight as the conflict continues to escalate. Jennifer Griffin live from the Pentagon brings us up to speed from her post now. Jennifer, hello.
Well, the Israelis using American-made F-35 stealth fighter jets have been masking for days something that the Russian Air Force has been incapable of doing in Ukraine for 3.5 years. It established air superiority. That means Israeli non-stealth F-15 and F-16 fighter jets can now carry out airstrikes and hunt down global ballistic missile launchers that are terrorizing Israeli cities. Two U.S. Navy-guided missile destroyers, the USS Sullivans and USS Arleigh Burke, in the eastern Mediterranean have been shooting down Iranian missiles aimed Israel. Canadians ordered the USS Thomas Edward to back up along with the fourth Navy destroyer. And we have now learned the aircraft carrier strike group, the USS Nimitz, on its final sea voyage will deploy from the Pacific. Deeply symbolic, since it was the Nimitz deployed in 1980 and its helicopters that were part of the failed U.S. effort to rescue the American hostages held at the U.S. Embassy in Tehran. The U.S. has been in a shadow war against Iran ever since. Israel may not be able to reach the parts of Iran's nuclear program that are buried inside mountains and underground without U.S. help. U.S. B-2 bombers are the only air asset that can drop the 30,000-pound bunker buster bombs known as the Massive Ordnance Penetrator. Only the U.S. has them. When pressed on whether Trump had denied any military requests like the 30,000-pound bunker buster bombs delivered by those B-2 bombers needed to hit Iran's deeply buried nuclear sites, Netanyahu deflected, saying it was President Trump's decision. Quote, I trust his judgment completely. That from Brett Baer's exclusive interview with the Israeli Prime Minister yesterday. Bill?
Thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer, from the Pentagon, thank you.
On all of this, we do have that special report anchor, Brett Baer, with us. And Brett, just as we were talking in the last few minutes, there is a new exclusive report from the Wall Street Journal that says this: a battered Iran signals it wants to de-escalate hostilities with Israel and negotiate as long as the United States stays out of the fight. This is just developing now. Let's get your take on it, since you are quite up to speed.
Yeah, Bill and Dana. I asked Prime Minister Netanyahu yesterday about the Iran foreign minister talking to reporters, saying if Israel stops attacking, we will stop counterattacking and get to the table, suggesting that they were coming to the table, this is what the Iran foreign minister said, with a deal that possibly America would see as acceptable. The Prime Minister said that is essentially BS. He said that's just not true. It's a bunch of hogwash, in his words. That when they were coming to the table, he cited the Supreme Leader saying death to America, death to Israel, as that was happening. So I think there's a lot of skepticism about this outreach. That said, President Trump has said he does want to get back to the table if they're serious about agreeing to dismantle.
A couple of things here. It struck me that General King was arguing a moment ago more specifically about that. The president of Israel, Herzog, was updating me about half an hour ago. Fertile is apparently the most fortified nuclear site in the entire country of Iran. So far as we can tell, it's hard to reach. Half a mile buried beneath rock inside of the mountain. Here is President Herzog on the question of going nuclear in real time. Can they fuel a bomb amidst this war on day 408?
As far as I know, I don't think it's feasible. I think that would be a very dangerous development. We are trying with all our might and capabilities and heroic fighters and pilots to make sure that they don't get there, but rather that we delay, postpone, undermine the capability of getting to the bomb.
Right, we do straight. Oh, my bad, bro. I'll turn it off for you. You play WoW though? If you're not here, then I'll put on the Right Wing Douche Radio.
Far ahead of this. Keen's argument is the United States has to use bunker buster bonds now to take out this facility. Otherwise, the Arab region looks at you and says, what was this war all about? In a year or two, you get to fortify that center yet again. Did Netanyahu go there with you?
I went many times to try to get that answer. I have heard
This is Randy Santel, Atlas, and I am very, very excited today because I have not done a delicious-looking cheesesteak challenge in forever. I am going for overall victory number 1,338. I'm for the very first time in Rogersville, Tennessee. We've got so many people here, which I think is equal to like the population of Rogersville. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you guys all for coming. We are all here at Carnival Cafe, and I'm trying to dominate the Philly cheesesteak sandwich record challenge. Now, big thank you to the owners, they're brothers. We've got Brant and Kyle. They've had the place Carnival Cafe for about 9 years now. They've actually got 2 challenges, and both started in like 2020, about 5 years ago. They've got a burger record challenge, which I might have to try that next time I'm here. This one, the record right now, is by my friend Eli Lessig, a guy named Eli. He just recently did a 6-pound cheesesteak, all within the 1-hour time limit. I've got to do 6.5 pounds of cheesesteak. I've got a couple different sides. I'll talk about those. Those are just optional. The actual challenge is just to finish the cheesesteak. Now, they get most of the food, the meats, the bread. There are 3 10-inch hoagie Italian rolls that actually do come from a bakery in Philadelphia. So I guess a cheesesteak can either have ribeye or sirloin. All of the meat here on this sandwich is going to be sirloin, and then I've got a whole bunch of white American cheese. But yeah, the base is just the 3 10-inch Italian hoagie rolls, which are baked in the oven, and then we've got 17 quarter-pound things of sirloin meat. It's like just the base raw is 4.25 pounds. So that is a lot of meat. And then I guess you can have just onions because that's like a traditional Philly, but I wanted to have some healthy green peppers in mine. So all of the weight got adjusted so that it is all 6.5 pounds. Now, they do hand-cut fries. I've got those there. Usually the sandwich just comes with the fries, but the onion rings are freaking massive and look delicious. And also the waffle fries look great. So I have them add these. I'm going to try them. Not 100% sure I'll finish everything within the 1-hour time limit. As far as the sides go, no drinks required. I definitely have to finish these 3 sandwiches. If I fail this thing, it's going to be $65. It pretty much goes up $5 every time somebody wins. I will get the $65 meal for free. I'll get a $50 Carnival Cafe gift card to come back and use later. I will get a sweet t-shirt, but best of all, I will get my name and photo right behind me, framed on their wall of fame for beating the 6.5 pound Philly cheesesteak sandwich to set a new record here at Carnival Cafe in Rogersville, Tennessee. So many people here, cannot disappoint. Let's shut up and eat and get this challenge started. All right, So apparently the burger challenge started first at 2.5 pounds, and so many people requested a cheesesteak challenge that they started that both around 5 years ago. Adam Moran, Beer Meets Food, he came in a couple years ago, I think it was. He finished the 5.5 pound Philly cheesesteak sandwich in 1702, and then shortly after he did that, our friend Eli Lessig, he finished the 6 pound Philly cheesesteak sandwich in 15 minutes and 35 seconds. I'm feeling good. Let's shut up and eat and dominate. 1, 2, 3. Boom. All right, let's start with this one over here. I was thinking about eating some of the meat first, but let's just do it as a sandwich. Oh, wow. I do think it's been a couple of years since I've done a cheesesteak challenge. I don't actually remember my last one, but this is very good. There's a reason why they get the bread from Philly. That is delicious bread. It really makes the sandwich that much better. I cannot say honestly, I think the sandwich needed 31 slices of cheese. The cheese is very good. Should I do this one or that? So that, okay. Which one do you want me to do? Well, which one's that? This one? So save that one for last? Okay, I like this. I don't understand completely, but let's go with it. When in Rogersville, that does look cheesy and juicy, but also so does this one. I watched Adam's video. He wasn't that big of a mess. He must have been relaxed and not eating too fast. When Adam goes full speed, it is not pretty. That's how he eats so fast. It gets absorbed into his beard and he can't eat it. We are 5.5 minutes in. That is very nice of you. Thank you. Nobody comes to Rogersville randomly. Maybe you're passing through here, but if you can figure out a way, pass through here, and this is definitely worth coming to. This cheesesteak is delicious. I don't feel like I'm good enough yet. I've only done 2 challenges since my diet, and I got my butt kicked by the barbecue challenge. So we're going to wait to have most of the sides. I'm going to finish the challenge first. But before I do the 3rd sandwich, I'm going to have one of their amazing looking onion rings, which are freaking huge. Would a cheesesteak connoisseur know the difference between sirloin and ribeye meat? Sirloin is leaner, so this is healthier than it could be. I added all the fat back into the onion rings and the fries, but apparently sirloin is a little bit leaner than the ribeye. We must get fatter by finishing this sandwich. Definitely get the homemade hand-dipped onion rings if you come here too. You guys are all fired as my coach because I'm pretty sure we saved the heaviest until last. Which is nothing you'll find on foodchallenges.com about that. Alright, let's have some of the filling first. Looks like frickin' stroganoff with all the cheese and the color of it, but we're 12 minutes, 20 seconds in, we got this. I use this joke too much probably, but it's been a couple years since I've had a legit, authentic cheesesteak, and I think it's going to be a few more years until I have another one. Oh, my stomach hurts. I only met Kyle and Brant, the owners here at Carnival Cafe today, but I quickly learned that they are cheese whiz haters. So apparently this is legit cheesesteak with white American cheese. I don't know enough about cheesesteaks to pick sides, but I do know this is delicious. So thanks to them for having me in. You guys aren't going to believe this, but times don't always matter that much to me. I'm not beating Eli or Adam's time, so we're going to save this and then just include as part of the whole thing all of the fries and stuff. I think I can get it. Let's eat these, and then we'll finish off with the sandwich. Otherwise, you guys are going to click away. If I just finished the sandwich and then said I was going to eat the sides later, none of you would believe it, which probably wouldn't be true anyway. So I'm doing it all in front of you for the camera as part of the challenge time. You got it. Thank you all. But wait, there's more. There is a special strawberry cheesecake funnel cake that they're bringing me out because we are here at Carnival Cafe. I gotta show off some carnival food. And let's just say I am going to be sharing it with Redeem. That is ridiculous, but I mean, a funnel cake usually is pretty big. I guess they've got deep fried Oreos, you can get Twinkies, you can get a whole bunch of other stuff, and you can get a whole bunch of other toppings on your funnel cake. But I'm excited to try some of this. This is a legit funnel cake. I didn't get any footage of it being made. It's like this cafe, it's like carnival food, yeah. Ooh. That was very good. I'm glad the staff recommended it. The strawberry on there, great, but of course, the cheesecake, it is phenomenal. But yeah, it is not a new time record or anything, but it is the record for finishing 6.5 pounds of delicious Philly cheesesteak. My time, 28 minutes and 25 seconds. I've already said plenty about how good that was. I've also seen a whole bunch of other stuff from the menu come out, ordered by all of the many people who are all much appreciated. Here, they've got burgers. Of course, they've got normal, common folk, muggle-sized Philly cheesesteaks that you can order. Those all look good. They've got different specials throughout the week. But yeah, it's not a huge place, but they do have outside seating, and they do have very large portions. Everything delicious, so you can't go wrong with whatever you order here at Carnival Cafe in Rogersville, Tennessee. Which, by the way, thanks to most of the people in Rogersville and all around the area for coming. Appreciate you guys all being here. The next video will be a challenge I've been wanting to do for a while. At Dick's Last Resort, I'll be at the Gatlinburg, Tennessee location. I'll be taking on their Big Meat Challenge. So that video will be next. If you like this one, be sure to watch either this video or this.
This is the worst steak of my life. As bad as it gets, it is extremely spicy. I can no longer feel my mouth, the roof of my mouth, everything is completely done.
Thanks man for sponsoring this video. Let me tell you the story about the worst day of my life. This is something no one should ever try. Most importantly, I believe no one should have access to it like that. You see, I first met David and I thought he was going to be a great friend. Well, it turned out he was. Because we made a great video together for my video channel. That's where I go to all restaurants and try new things. But then he told me he's a personal friend with Ed. This guy, he's the creator of the Carolina Reaper, which used to be the record holder of the world's hottest pepper. But this man didn't stop at that, because in 2023, he created Pepper X. It is officially the hottest pepper in the planet, surpassing the Carolina Reaper by now. But he didn't give me Pepper X to try. He did much worse.
Hey. Hey, what's up, brother? How are you?
This guy's always so spicy.
What is this? Pepper X oil. So how afraid should I be with this?
Yep, I'm enjoying WoW.
Oh my god.
But before you get started, not joining your Discord, not buying graphics.
It is an extract of the oil from Pepper X, which is currently the Guinness World Record at 2.69 million. So comparing it to a pepper that is, say, 100,000 scoville, or maybe a half a million scoville, you're talking lower things in the spaceship. There is no comparison.
So after that crazy interaction with Ed, I thought this was not safe. But they went ahead and tried one drop.
Why are you laughing? It's funny. Or is it immediate?
It's so immediate.
Really?
It's so immediate. Everything just.
I feel that.
What you're about to see should never be replicated, even if you're a spice lover, because it is the world's spiciest steak ever. And here's David and Ed's gift to it, an entire collection of Pepper X Extra. One of these vials is enough, but we're taking things to a whole nother level. Let me remind you that this is not for sale. You can't get it anywhere else, but with the Lord himself. To describe the smell of this thing is impossible. The Pepper X itself measures 2.69 million square yards. This is the extract, which is way hotter. The smell alone that came out of this thing will put you out. And this is how I'm going to be using it. At first, when I have the brotherhood rolls, to keep things fair, I want to have it split it in half so that we can age it in two specific things. The first one is something you are familiar with. Sriracha. It is a spicy cheese sauce, right? And the spiciness level in this one is not that bad, which is about 1,000 to 2,500 square units. And this one is pretty straightforward. I'm just making sure that I cover the entire state with it, because once that's done, each of my dry aging goes as this would be the control. This now is one of the worst days of my life again. I first started with a tray with a simple parchment paper on top. Laid on the beef, then I sure to use extra black because one was not going to do the trick. I started by adding the drops. Little by little, the smell started getting to all of us. This is extremely powerful. As you can clearly see, it looks like more than that. So the idea was to spread a generous amount on top of it. And when I tell you I used every single vial, I mean it. I wanted to make sure that we were going to feel this flavor. And most importantly, at this stage, I was extremely naive, as I had no idea what I was going to put myself through. Believe it or not, at this point, I was looking forward to trying this. So I had and thought, you know what?
I'm doing awesome.
Even crazier.
How are you?
This is where things get even worse. As I had a few peppers laying down in my refrigerator, I got a hold of them, chopped them up real good, and from my previous experiment, I learned something incredible, and that was to use seasoning. So I got myself some again. Then I dumped all of the peppers on them. Not only the ones that I had chopped, but also many others. Every single pepper I had available in there. I mixed that up really good, and it was now ready. But with other experiments, there was one thing I must do.
Pretty much just WoW.
To oxygenate the water. This brings out even more spiciness. And remember, since this is seawater, it is nice and salty, which will allow this water to penetrate deeply into the water. Once that was done, I removed the bubbles and inside the water. This is something you will never see again, as I'm basically creating the world's most spiciest steak ever. Even if you try to do this, you can't, and I don't understand why anyone would, as I'll be oxygenating this water every other day, giving myself the
I've never played Sims. My voice. Yeah. Because I'm not going to join your Discord and buy anything. Too good for that shit. Hell no.
Able to throw my dry away, because this is literally the worst experiment of my life. As the time is up, I took it out and take a closer look. You can clearly see this happen. Everything penetrated deeply inside of the meat, and the smell of spiciness has duplicated tremendously. When I took it off the container, this is what I was left with. It is as spicy as it gets. The smell is unbearable. It's also slightly slow, and it feels like you even cook the steak as it's quite firm. Now, usually when you age something like cereal, it's the complete opposite. Things get softer, and not this way. It literally looks like it preserved the steak right there. I learned in the future that this was not the case. Like every aging experiment, the one thing you must do is remove all of the outer crust. So I quickly went through that and it gave me a little bit of hope, as I can see some pinkness inside. You can clearly see this is what I was left with. And believe me when I tell you, this one is still smelling like a nightmare. But remember that we're not done yet, as I also had the sriracha one. This one, on the other hand, was smelling wonderful. And that was until I took a closer look, because check it out. This is the blood that comes out of the steak, and the sriracha cooked it. So what I had was started removing the whole thing, making sure that I was going to leave this steak nice and clean. And once I was done, check it out. This is what I was left with. A steak that has been aged in sriracha. For some reason, spicy things actually cook the steaks. It is firmer, but at least the smell of this one smelled great. Because once I was done with all of the trim, here I have both steaks. If you take a closer look, you have no idea what you're in for. Because they just look normal. And to keep it that way, I kept the seasoning real simple. I tossed a little salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper. At this stage, I started laughing at myself. Why am I putting black pepper? It makes no sense. But we're going to do it anyway, because now that I have them ready, just in case things turn out south, I decided to go ahead and make an awesome sandwich. And this one will please everyone. Because the first thing to do is to make a coconut curd. So into the pan I threw in some oil, followed by garlic and ginger. Stir it up real good, followed by some curry paste. Mix that up and cook it for a little bit. As then I added some coconut milk, followed by a chicken stock. Mix that up real good and leave it to simmer. Now add some brown sugar, some lemon leaves, and fish sauce. Whisk that up real good, and as soon as it starts simmering, go ahead and throw in some chicken thighs. Once the chicken is nicely cooked, go ahead and remove the lemon leaves. Now add some red bell peppers, followed by green beans. Now mix that up real good, and bring everything to a simmer and cook it for about 8 minutes. Once that time is up, go ahead and add some fresh basil and turn off the heat. As in here, you want to serve this with some white rice. Because this is my take on chicken coconut curry. Because I can tell you one thing, I have a feeling this will bring down the heat. At least, that's my hope. Because now that I have this beautiful dish ready, the only thing left to do is cook the steaks. And first, I'll be putting a nice wonderful sear. Then I'll cook it in indirect heat using my wireless thermometers. As now I've said, it is enough talking and it is time to grill. So let's do it.
Before we move forward, I want to thank today's sponsor, Nate. You guys know how serious I am about food, but not just for me, but for my beloved dogs too. Leaf, Chica, and Cookie, they are part of my family. And just like I care what goes inside my body, I want the best going into theirs too. That's why I started feeding them vegan. This is raw. It has been a game changer for me. Human grade, raw, and actually good for them. Because when you love someone, you feed them right. Thanks, Nate, for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get right into it. All right, everybody, here we got our beautiful steaks with a nice side dish and my new best friend. Well,
Where we're from?
yeah, but you brought me stuff here.
You want something crazy?
Yeah. Are you okay?
When I see milk on the table, I know what I'm in for. It's gonna be something spicy, and I'm not ready.
I'm very nervous. I'm extremely terrified right now.
Lou, you use words like it makes you feel terrified. That doesn't make me happy. It doesn't make me want to eat this. So this is why the studio is so long.
This is not going to be enjoyable. This is not going to be enjoyable. But nevertheless, we're going to give it a fair try, and we're going to let you guys know how it actually tastes. Without that being said, let's go for it, all right? So here you go, David. You are our guest. Take it that one, Mr. Leo, please. Yes, let's see. Well, it smells really good. What does it smell like, David? Yeah. Oh.
It smells like that.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Okay.
Well, that's delicious.
Love it.
I get a little bit like sriracha vinegariness on the back, but it's not spicy. It's not hot or killing me at all.
I mean, I think the steak is amazing. I don't really taste the sriracha. I love the crust. It's still very juicy. It's not too sriracha.
I feel a little bit, David. I'm saying, you do nothing. I feel a little tingling in my mouth. Do you feel it?
No, I don't. It's not tingling, but I get like hints of a stinging.
Don't listen to these two. They have no sense of taste in their mouth anymore, everybody. I feel a little bit of tanginess, very vinegary taste on this one here as well. I like it.
No, it tastes good.
Not this way.
All right. Before we go to the next steak, which I'm extremely terrified, let's go ahead and try side dish.
Side dish is good.
Yeah, side dish. So it's with coconut curry because I kind of knew that these were gonna get spicy. Give me your true, honest opinion about this one right here. I know, David, you've been all over the world, tried many different things. So I want to know your honest opinion. Enough talking. Let's give it a try. Cheers. Oh, you're already hanging out of cheers.
I know. I messed up on that.
It tastes great.
Yeah, you're gonna wait. This guy can wait for the cheers, bro.
No, I don't blame you. This is really good. This is really good.
This crack for the people that never had it. Yeah, but what is it?
It tastes great. I like the combo with the rice. It's more coconut curry, so that's more like Thai. Very different from India, and it definitely comes on the heat if there wasn't.
There is heat, bro. Wow, man, that is coming out. There is heat.
This is delicious, though. I love the creaminess from the sauce, the light tomato flavors. It really like tones down. If there's not an ingredient, but if there was, it would definitely have killed it immediately. It's like a fire extinguisher for spice. It's very nice and it's tasty.
I love this.
It's
I
good.
love it.
All right, you ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
All right. Now, this time around, make sure you cheers.
For sure.
Don't forget to
Let me know
cheers,
mess up
all
on
right?
that.
All right, very good. And then, Leo, are you ready for it?
Oh, that was deadly. Oh, this smells horrible.
Oh my god, this is gonna be nuts.
Does it smell? How does it smell? I want to know your honest
It
opinion.
smells like pepper rice.
It smells like the grass,
This is like the most intense smell I've ever had on a piece of meat.
but it's not just the smell. It's like it's coming with a beautiful throat. It's looking to eat you. Like I don't know why would someone do this. Like it makes absolutely no sense at all. Do not buy this. Do not try this at home. I'm telling you, like, don't. Cheers.
Cheers.
I can't. Oh wow! Oh wow, that is so bad.
My tongue is an inferno right now. Like,
This is by far. Woo. It's one of those that you need actual refreshment.
how do you feel?
It's just
That's the spiciest thing we've ever eaten. It's still building. That mic is tough, for sure.
Oh my god. Can I do it for you?
That's fine. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. This is the worst steak of my life. As bad as it gets, it is extremely spicy. I can't no longer.
Alright, welcome back to the Night Shift, ladies and gentlemen. You're with the late show. It's time to clock in. Today's episode is going to feel a little bit different than usual, so buckle up. If you've been watching the show for a while, you know that I, like you, always got some shit going on. And for me, some of those obstacles are mental, but one of them is very physical. For those of you who read my USA Today best-selling book, The Fifth Vital, which is about to become a documentary and also potentially a movie very soon, you would know that in 2008 I had a very serious ankle injury. So as the story goes, I was trying to deliver some drugs to somebody. A fight ensued. I got my foot stuck in a hole in the driveway, and I tackled from the side. My body went one way, and my ankle stayed in that hole. Long story short, I suffered a terrible fracture of my tibia, my fibula, and the joint itself, basically completely f***ing up. And in response to that injury, doctors had to saw my leg open, add a bunch of plates and screws in there to hold the thing. And in the years since that injury, due to some weight gain, lack of physical therapy, and just time itself, the cartilage in between that joint has been ground to dust. We call that end-stage arthritis, which basically just means fucking pain. Every single step I take in life is a 10 out of 10 John T. Burger pain. So I bet you're wondering, Mike, why don't you just go and get the ankle fixed? Because the only way to fix end-stage arthritis is what's called ankle fusion, where they remove your ankle joint infuse your leg bone to your foot bone. Yes, that's right, eliminating all vertical motion completely. But it makes the pain stop. But then one day recently, I stumbled over a Joe Rogan podcast starring a man by the name of Brigham Youngman, who deals in the science of stem cells, which basically means he uses expertly sourced cells from planned C-sections and live births and then injects them directly into the joints and the bloodstream to encourage rejuvenation and regeneration of cartilage. Could this be the help I need in my struggle to stop this pain? And not too long after I saw him on Joe Rogan, in an act of pure serendipity in God himself, I met Brigham at an event, and he invited me to come down to Austin, Texas, to his clinic Ways to Well, to see if he could help me make the pain stop. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. You can see it. It's pretty obvious.
He's like an old person.
It's not, though. It's every single step I take, okay, is severe, severe pain. And now it's starting to move up to my knee as well. It's been like that since as far as I can remember.
What about those banana-shaped plastic things?
What's wrong?
No.
What did I tell you?
No. You could decide the shoe size. You could decide your shoe
What did I
size.
tell you earlier? I said this one's going to be a little bit more like a documentary. I need you asking real, hard-hitting questions. How about some banana?
Oh, you're using a baby's DNA
I
to
am.
put in your ankle.
So what do you know about stem cells? It's kind of weird, bro. Some baby, they're gonna put a baby inside my leg. I feel like this is like a good thing to show people because there's a lot of people out there that are in a lot of pain. Obviously, you know, if it works for me, it's gonna be crazy. Nice shit, bro. I fucking love you.
Maybe you just need a steak,
I'll cane it.
like a walking cane, like a nice ice valve one or something.
I'm gonna be a bit truthful right now because this is a documentary. Jeff was supposed to be out here today. I obviously spent a lot of time building this relationship with Brigham. This dude takes care of the biggest fucking celebrities in the world and made time on Saturday to bring his staff out to meet us. And Jeff is not here. He's nowhere to be found. He texted me and said the flight he was gonna try to get on this morning was full. He knew he had to be here. He knew he had to be there at 1 o'clock. It's now 12:30. I have to be there, and he's not here. Like, I'm actually pissed the fuck off right now because this isn't the only time something like this has happened. I try my best to help him and be his friend, get him out of the fucking house, bring him to places like this that are gonna help his life, and he doesn't fucking show up. It's actually disrespectful, bro. I'm not even playing. It's fucked up.
Dude,
What's up?
I'm glad you're finally coming in.
Good to see you,
Good
man.
to see you. I was about to come out and meet you.
This is sick.
Campaigns and Rogan are the only ones that have been here.
Come on, dude.
This is in your phone. Okay, but this is going to be in each clinic. It's a 3D avatar that can answer any fucking question on anything.
Holy shit, do I have some badass news for you about that ankle thing? We've got some fucking incredible stem cell therapy that's showing amazing results for arthritis. And I'm not just pulling this out of my alien ass.
What do you think about the Impulsive podcast? Or Rolling the Ball?
Listen here, you fucking savage. I'm not about to waste my intergalactic wisdom on that YouTube drama bullshit. I'm here to talk about making your body and mind into an absolute weapon of peace. Want to hear about some real fucking science that'll change your life? Or are we going to keep talking about social media personality?
Oh my god. Okay, so there were supposed to be two of us. Jeff, didn't show up. Dude. He really needed this.
Yeah.
He really needed this for his eye. His eyes were in really bad shape, and I'm a bit frustrated, and I just want to apologize to you.
No, all good, dude. All good. I really do think, Jeff, hey, if you watch this, I really do think we can help you. I can't say the person's name, but we had a mega influencer who had a band pop lifting weights, and he was doing resistance bands, and it hit him in the eye. They told him he was going to lose his retina, and we did multiple stem cell treatments. Literally, the guy saved his eye. Is there anything else bugging you? We showed
Ankle's
you.
right
And do you have review for your
Perfect. Just don't give me oxycontin. You're fine. So people at home have no idea what's happening. What are stem cells?
The truth of the matter is, healthy birth, healthy mother, pre-planned C-section. They take the leftover after birth, all the goodies like the umbilical cord and all of the tissue, birth-derived tissues, extrapolate all those cellular goodies out. So what we're going to do is give you a plethora of all of these cellular goodies and raw elements to heal. And these mesenchymal signaling cells will literally signal to your body Big Mike's ankles fucked up. These young baby vibrant cells transfer their mitochondria into your cells, hypercharging your cells for a period of time and making your cells youthful. CM Punk, the wrestler, Rey Mysterio, we saved Tim Kennedy's knee, we saved Tony Hinchcliffe from fucking having to have neck surgery, Gordon Ryan, the greatest grappler of all time, Israel Adesanya, George St. Pierre, Francis Ngannou, Sugar Sean O'Malley. It just goes on and on and on. Aaron Rodgers.
What is this? Just run through this into this. Oh, this is it?
This is the IV push. You don't do a drip because the cells need to get in your body.
So these just came out of food.
Yeah.
Negative 80 degrees, like frozen. Holy shit.
Yeah. In America, you don't get what treatment modality is best for you. What you get is what treatment modality is most profitable for the insurance company. The surgeon can only take the tool that's in his tool belt, and he doesn't have the tools himself, so he uses surgery. It's not that they're bad guys. They have blinders on.
There's plates on both sides, screws on both sides, obviously super swollen.
Ankle joint is kind of like a horseshoe, right? So the cells will spread all the way throughout the ankle.
So there's a bunch of just little babies in there right now, like, come on, get to work, dude. We gotta fix this ankle.
I want you to kind of try and relax this knee as much as possible.
Yeah.
Good.
Sometimes you'll smell almost like, it's hard to explain, almost like a dirty sock or something. I'm telling you. And so like, I'll do these cells and not even tell my girlfriend, and I'll go home and she'll be like, God damn it, you did cells today. It's in your breath, in your skin, it's everywhere.
Bro, I have dinners and shit.
Yes, so even if you shower, you may still smell it.
For how long?
It's just for like, by tomorrow it'll be gone. By tomorrow it'll be gone.
Oh, so it's day up.
Yeah, it's just a day up.
Okay, I'll just chew a lot of gum.
We've been having problems with the people, so I don't ever open it.
No, please. Get out of here. There we go.
No, you just turn it on.
I don't like it. Why? You open it on Sunday? Right here? Yeah, how does that be so fucking late? It's 5:21 p.m. Jeff was supposed to be here at 12. He just texted. He said, going to the airport now. What do I even say to this? Like, my first reaction to the text message is to just text him back and be like, all right, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, come pop through, like, we'll hang out. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it's not right. It's not the right thing to do. Because then people just keep doing it. I don't like to hold grudges against people. I don't. Because I truthfully believe that it's a blessing that we're all here. It's a blessing that we all get to live life the way that we do and explore these things and go to these places. So why am I going to get mad? Like, sometimes you have to actually, like, tell people that what they're doing to you is making you fucking mad.
Hell yeah, what's up, Sleepy Daenerys?
Nah, I know, but you just...
Sleepy Daenerys. Support me all you want. Yeah, this is the main game. I don't want any graphics. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Okay, no art. Yeah, swag. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, but like dude, I'm not gonna buy anything. So like, well then tell me the ideas. Go ahead. I'll try and incorporate it. I mean, you get. Oh my goodness gracious. Sleeping in there. In there. Yeah, I added you. Bruh.
need to show them right off the bat because it's there's no reason to wait, dude. Oh, we have some new friends here, by the way. What are you guys names?
Serena. Say.
Good to meet you guys, Mike. I'm sorry, I do YouTube for a living. I don't need to disturb your lunch. I'll be quick. I'll make it quick and sweet. We went to Franklin at 2 p.m. They were sold out of food already. That's like the other place that like everybody goes to in Austin. So we came to this place, La Barbecue. There's a massive line out front. I pulled the influencer card on him. I went inside and I was like, hey, my friend said, like, come in. They're like, what are you trying to do? It worked. And by the way, if you can't tell, I'm fucking sweating right now. And it probably smells like stem cells. Brisket, ribs. This is jalapeno sausage. You got Bro, the main thing is the brisket, right? Bro, look at that, dude.
I would get the raw too.
God, it disappeared. I never been to it. I don't know when this place opened up, but imagine being like a new player in the Austin barbecue space. You gotta show up heavy, bro, at the bar. Look at this mac and cheese, bro. Good, insane. Yeah, that's what it is. It's Dale. Yeah, see, you should be doing this food stuff. You should be doing this for me. Don't do that. Do not do that. I do have a little bit of soreness in the joint, in both my knee and in my ankle, which I think they said was like completely common. They told me don't drink, no problem. Don't smoke. I think don't do any crack, which, you know, at times will be a little bit tricky for me, to be completely honest with you, but I nailed it for the past 24 hours at least. No sex, obviously, which also hasn't been much of an issue for me lately, to be completely honest with you guys. I'm working on myself, as opposed to falling back into, you know, the behaviors that I was in, going to church, I'm working out, I'm doing all the right things. That's it. That's it. That's it. I still, you know what's funny? I still get shy a little bit shooting in front of people. I don't know if you noticed that. I just ate something. I got food on myself, bro. But I'm just saying, it's like when you're, you know, someone's having lunch and you're sitting at home and start shooting YouTube content, they didn't ask for that. Yeah. Imagine you're in an episode of a show, bro. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention, you waited a fucking 2-hour line, and I just caught the line on some full-on, you know what, privilege. You know what I'm saying? YouTube privilege. I'll come back now. I'll come back now, you hear? Let's get the fuck out of this city. Yo, hit the fucking button. This thing never fucking works like this. I haven't seen it since all this shit happened in this video. We didn't talk for probably like a good couple weeks. I see you. YouTube vlog. Would that be your first YouTube vlog that you're on? Your debut? Your YouTube debut? You do a shot on your business or like
Superwoman.
Superwoman? Really? Alright guys, go check out Superwoman. We'll drop the link in the description. I beat. Yeah, at all. You listen to Nazi music? It's really out, man. It's all about getting fancy. Sonic is like
Comments been asking for real?
yeah, people are like, where's Jeff?
Okay, thanks so much. Fucking, I had like answer me some other girlfriends and shit. Like, you just off with this. You know, what are you talking about?
Why didn't you come get the stem cell? I said for the stem cell trip.
At that time, I did try to make a flight, but when I got there, they said that I can't. I didn't go to the airport because I knew that I would have no chance to make a flight. But to be honest, I don't even know. None of this shit works for me. Does it work for you? Does it work for you?
Good question. Great segue. Okay, my knee pain. Absolutely. It's having a ton of people. I think stem cells are very, very good for like muscle tears.
And I forgot that I had a friend.
No, I did. I set it up for you. You didn't show up. That's what I'm trying to say. You didn't show up. Do you remember any of this fucking happening?
I told you, I've got a lot of shit going on.
Name one of them.
We'll get into it in the podcast.
This comes out after the podcast. You can tell.
I got carried away with benders. I had my face botched. My face looks like I got hit by a shovel. And I needed to get a new eye surgery. I just didn't feel like having cameras stuck in my face, so I quit from them. They put them on top of the body or elephants. You know, and they chose for the elephants.
My knee feels great, and it really hurt a lot.
What's going on? Oh, thank you. Very sweet. I'm being interrogated with Mike here, you know. Mike.
Hey, Miss Whittick, how are you?
Yeah, because he's an ex-addict, and you think he would notice that I was struggling.
Maria, it's hard for me to notice microaggressions and changes in your son when he doesn't, talk to me or show up or.
But I'm doing better than ever now, right, Mom?
Work on the knee. I like it for the knee. The ankle still has pain, okay? He told me to come back for another session, which I'm going to do. And then overall, my overall function, I don't know, dude. I feel like the knee is too hard than ever. Yeah, I haven't had a facility. We just see that?
That's a new The 4-year-old man is pretty good. Yeah, I think that was an anti-Semitic move or something. Fucking get caught up in a surgery. Looks like a neural like a Neuralink for your fucking eyeball. They did a scan of my face and they 3D printed my good side, better for my bad side.
Wait, so why don't I do a symmetrical ankle?
3D printed. Okay. 3D printed everything.
A new eye.
No, I suck. So you can't 3D print a fucking eye.
To pay for the surgery is actually starting. Finally, I'll be the first to announce it. A subscription platform where it shows his penis. Yes, online, Maria. I'm very sorry to say that about your son. Shout out to Arabs and all the Jews watching this. It doesn't matter where you're from, we're all people. At the end of the day, now let's love and hug each other.
And if you're Chinese, stop sending fentanyl to our country. They get the gun.
That too. All right. That's it for this episode of The Night Shift, guys. Thanks so much for working with us. He looks good today, Maria. I'm gonna do a podcast, and I'll insert myself a little bit more into his butt. What's the #1 podcast in the world?
Joe Rogan Experience is like the best podcast ever. It's an absolute just tier and golden schießen. Just
Yes, sir. Let's get into the game. And hopefully we'll have a successful independent here.
incident, I'm not even kidding when I say this, I feel like the Republican base would fall apart. Like I don't know if they would be as horny to go to war with Iran, or if they would be advocating directly to like nuke the leaders and shit. Because they, yes, ma'am.
David, what's wrong with you? You misgendered our flight attendant.
Server's lagging. I just disconnect. I feel like I need to like have like a challenge. Challenge.
What's up, everyone? So today we're going to be sitting down and talking to a fellow veteran in the darknet market space. It's basically none other than Hug Bunter himself. This will be a new playlist that will exist that will be called Hug Bunter's High Alerts. They will take place basically whenever he wants to actually make a news announcement, or to discuss an issue with the community at large. Which may raise the question, like, why am I being so gracious? Well, in my opinion, he knows more about the darknet markets than basically anyone else alive. And that alone, to me, is a voice worth amplifying if it's in my power to actually do so. The end is where I'll actually give you my opinion, which is obviously rooted in fact and kind of devastating. My take is going to be far more devastating and sharp than anything else that's actually in the interview. Hug Bunter remains neutral much of the time. I don't, though. In any case, I've known Hug Bunter for probably around 8 or more years now, and I can't remember like the exact date or whatever, but I do remember I was doing public relations for a darknet market on Reddit, and basically was a darknet vendor while he was doing security testing and exposing the markets that had bad security and basically refused to fix it. Those are the only ones that he really attacked publicly. Basically, he would expose them if they were putting people in jeopardy. Didn't care that they were putting people in jeopardy. Hug Bunter is a positive force on the darknet market scene in general, I would absolutely venture to say. He created Dread, which is one of the world's most popular darknet forums, and that's been up and running now for like 7 years or something like that. Now, I've criticized Dread before on this very channel, and I stick by that, but I also stand by the fact that Hug Bunter personally has never done me wrong, and that's why I see him as, to some degree, trustworthy. And again, you should never actually trust anyone. For all those amazing people out there that have liked and subscribed the video and then supported the channel even further by doing things like hitting the bell, I would say that you already know what I'm going to say next. Yes, you're right. Don't trust, verify. Well, I have, in a manner of speaking. For over 8 years, I've known this guy, and we've had our disagreements. Absolutely. Most of which, of course, most of the time, I was right. Now, I'm not quite sure he would agree with that statement, but anyways, I digress. Today, we're talking about someone that I'm not really a massive fan of to any degree. We're going to call him Yoshi, or Big Boss. Basically the admin of the world's largest darknet market, which is called Archetype. I've never had an issue with him until he promised the community a $10,000 reward in a contest that was basically impossible to actually win. And when nobody won, I made a video about it saying that the money should be donated. Instead of doing that, the story became that the admin was robbed by an employee. Then Yoshi went on to write this 10-page diatribe about how everything was a conspiracy against him, and that took me basically an hour and a half to actually debunk in another video due to the amount of lies that were actually in it. And after that, he just kind of gave up and started calling me names because he had nothing logical or factual to actually say. Now, like cult members, many of his followers went on to have issues with me for saying a thing that happened. And who could blame them, right? Like, people who say things that really happened are obviously horrible people. So, in any case, aside from my personal experience, like, we've seen other times when shady or like weird things happen with Yoshi. Like that time on April 29th of 2025, when some script kiddie supposedly claimed to have the clearnet IP for the market or its years. And if you point out where it's hosted and who claims to have multiple IPs of the market and its infrastructure, and cites the Cloudflare hosting. Everyone, including me, thought this random script kiddie was a moron. Yoshi came at him, calling him all kinds of names, which is kind of in his wheelhouse, from being retarded to saying he was a DDoSer and Fisher, which kind of sounds like the guy was a jack of all trades, but whatever, we'll put that aside. That was forgotten about. until about 5 hours and 25 minutes later, when Yoshi posted a report from Cloudflare saying, and I quote, "Unfortunately, I have confirmed that this post is particularly true, the part with the IP." So, that didn't last long. 1 hour and 2 minutes after that, Yoshi admits that the domain got seized, and at that time, his DNS records changed and the CNAME was removed. So 9 days, 2 hours, and 17 minutes later, suddenly more domains get seized. So again, Yoshi goes and drops yet another domain. 5 days, 24 minutes after that, then suddenly another new domain appears that he posts, which is 7 days and 19 hours and 43 minutes. Then on June 7th, he posts that people complain about Dread, but don't make a Dread alternative, which isn't true by any stretch, but he says he feels a healthy alternative would be nice and post a job for the creation of a Dread alternative on Dread, while he complains about how unhealthy Dread is, and it's one of the only sites that he's actually on. There's some real mental gymnastics here, but now that you actually have a backstory on who we're talking about and what he's done and what he's about and all these kind of other things, we can get into the present day, and that's with Hugbunter. Hugbunter made a mega thread about Yoshi in his market. Hugbunter, in his thread, basically says a ton of really interesting things that are worth highlighting a few before we actually get into the interview with him, just so you know and understand the situation. The first one was that the market's guard node, at the very least, would have been given a lot of exposure due to a recent DDoS attack and de-anonymized because of this latest DDoS attack. The second thing was that it's extremely out of character for Yoshi not to give an update, even if he is busy. The third was that there's been zero communication for almost 24 hours from the market or from the market's owner, which is Yoshi. Yoshi has not logged into Dread for 4 days, and the maintenance screen itself is off, meaning it's not pixel perfect and that the text alignment isn't conforming and it looks sloppy, as if it was put up with haste really quickly, which is out of character for the market, which tends to be very particular. The sixth thing is that the ClearNet site was down, which makes no sense given the theory of migration, meaning Yoshi is supposedly moving the site from one place to another. And if he is, then it would only affect the actual .onion site. It wouldn't affect side sites and ancillary sites like the ClearNet domain, which is completely separate infrastructure. The seventh was the maintenance page isn't using any load balancing and is a...
Alright, enough stream today.